with.
Yeah, yeah.
Who are you connecting with right now? I'm Deb D, but Sarah, let the world know a little bit more about you.
Oh, thank you, Deb, and hi, everybody. You might be curious about my background. I'm actually speaking to you from my, well, dream home for now. I'm on an off-grid narrowboat. You'll have to Google that, otherwise we'll be here forever. But I'm based on the inland waterways of England and Wales, but didn't start off like this. I'm actually a former astrophysicist and meteorologist. Um, but I'm now, I said yes to my dreams, and I'm now a wild soul coach. So I really work with mission-driven women, often introverts, to help them create the lives and legacies that they long for. And it was out of the coaching work that the DreamWorks project emerged. And this project is really devoted to inspiring and affirming the dreams of women from all around the world. Yeah.
Mm. Mm. I have been lucky enough to document my dream for the DreamWorks project, which, let's get the numbers out there, my friends, because they are to be celebrated. The DreamWorks project has almost 400 women documenting their dreams. We're not talking about I fell asleep and I had a dream. We're talking about
Good
the
point.
dream in your heart and in your soul. And Sarah has documented almost 400 of them. And currently on Substack, there are 150 of them published. Anonymous, I can't say that, without your name on it. You know that word? I can't quite say it right now. And for the purpose of, it's actually not about status or
Mm.
anything other than the woman and the dream. And I love that so much because if you know me, I'm Deb D. I'm the founder of the Be Her Collective, and I am all about women choosing themselves. But more than
Mm.
that, reclaiming, remembering, and returning. The reclaim, that's reclaim your intuitive wisdom, because we're not going to get into the backstory, but we know it was all silenced and squashed. We're claiming it, taking it back. Remembering, that's remembering who the fuck you are. And the returning is to return to your heroine status in your story, your life, and your leadership. So, as you can tell, there's already some alchemy
Yeah.
between Sarah and I. And because of the playground here at Substack, you may be watching on Substack. This also goes out on YouTube. So, our YouTubers, g'day, we see you. For those who are on Substack, you'll know that this is a playground that invites playmates to play together, which is exactly what Sarah and I have done. And it's been super fun. And we're still expanding upon it. So, Sarah has the DreamWorks project where she is documenting women's dreams. And inside the Be Her Collective here on Substack, I have the Be Her podcast. So, we have swapped platforms with each other, and dropping tomorrow, which is the 5th of June, is the Be Her podcast featuring Sarah as my special guest. So, if you're interested in how somebody who is in outer space science ends up on a narrowboat in the middle of the England somewhere documenting dreams, you're going to want to check out that episode. And my story in the field of dreams is coming out, and the recording of my dream is coming out next week on the Be Her podcast. So you can see we've got a party going on here, my friends. All of that is coming up, and we wanted to make sure you knew to take note, stay tuned, it's coming up.
Mm.
But what was interesting is this: we're playmates now, we're working with intuition, courage, dreams. You can probably read between the lines with where all of that comes. And there's more of that in what's coming up in the interviews and the dreams documented. But what's interesting is when Sarah and I were deciding we want to go live together, what should we title it? And Alchemy came up. And when it came up, we both had a yes to alchemy. So, Sarah, for you, at the moment in your life, in the world we're living in the realm of dreams, intuition, and courage, where does alchemy play its part for you?
Alchemy is intrinsic to creating, I guess, the future that ultimately I think we all long for. A future where we all get to thrive together. It's not just wishful thinking. We still, the possibility of that future still exists. And the future is created by what we choose today. And this is the alchemy, because there's a little bit of magic in that. Alchemy transforms one substance that could be quite stable, but maybe not have much intrinsic value, into something that does. And look at the world of today. Yes, there is beauty, but yes, look at all the other stuff. And
Yeah.
we still have the capacity to alchemize everything that's happening today to become the better future. No, I don't know how we do that. But one of the ways is going to be listening to our longings, our dreams, and having the courage to say yes. Maybe not to all of it, but you could take, in this vast tapestry of a dream you might have in front of you, you can take a single thread and start weaving that into your life today. And in that way, you're bringing your own little bit of alchemizing magic through your life into the world and making your own difference. It doesn't have to be all of it. You can still say yes to a part of it. And knowing that yes is a part of your intuition, which Deb D, you're all about.
Yeah, I'm all about the intuition. And I'll tell you, intuition is not magical or mystical, just like alchemy. We are all intuitive. We are all alchemists. Like we can all transform something in our world. And I think that that's what we've always been doing. That's what we strive for the thing that we desire. Sometimes things get in our way, which is where the courage comes in, because sometimes your intuition or your dream may invite you to do something that doesn't make sense or can feel really scary. But
Yeah.
when we do say yes, that's when the alchemy is activated. And I think also, Sarah, what came to me when you were speaking is not only this change from something that doesn't seem to have a lot of value to something that does, whether you want to see that to lead to gold. I think what's also happening in the world right now, which is, I believe, a part of this new era of the world that's seeding now, we are the seed planters of the new era. I think it's also about we're changing what we value. You know, the value used to be, like, in particular around leadership. There was certain criteria, and then you could be, I'm a leader, when you ticked that criteria. And I think a lot of that is changing. So I think that's a part of the alchemy of the world right now, is we're changing what we value. And the things that used to hold value, they're just not anymore. Or we've decided they don't get to anymore.
Yeah.
And so we become the alchemists when we change what we value. And that, I mean, I'm just getting this right now, Sarah, in this conversation. This is why working with playmates and creative collaborators is so much fun. But I see that in myself, like changing what I value. Like one of the changes for me, which I have been actively working on, is I no longer value working hard. I used to believe, and this was like how I grew up, how I saw my dad work, there's the backstory. I used to believe to be successful meant that I was going to have to work really hard. And now I'm a very happy nap advocate. I take time for myself in the morning. I walk away from the computer often. Like, but in the beginning, I had to activate that alchemy, because I was like, I don't want to continue to value hustle and grind. I want to value a relaxed nervous system. I want to value sleep. And I want to value abundance at the same time. So that's part of the magic I'm working at the moment. So what's some of the alchemy that you're working on, Sarah, at the moment for you?
Well, I just want to reflect back. You
Mm.
said about embracing saying yes to a nap, for instance.
Mm.
One of the bits of alchemy, I guess, which helped me to transform my own life 4 years ago, was asking myself the question, what kind of life would nourish me?
Mm. What
So
a
it's not
beautiful question.
what should my life look like from society's view. But what would really nourish me? Um, and answering that question has led me to this life now and to the work that I'm doing. And you could argue it's been a very simple choice, but of course we all know simple doesn't necessarily mean easy, which is where the courage comes in, but also the trust. And that trust
Mm.
is kind of acknowledging that together we make a difference. But
Absolutely.
that's through each of us doing our own piece. And to
Yeah.
do that, we have to trust ourselves, and that can be a big ask because it can mean
Yeah.
a lot of shifts. Yeah,
And one way that you can embolden trust in self is say yes to your intuition.
yeah,
Because I'm on the front lines of it, people. I see women who are like, I think I've got intuition, but I'm not so sure. Or I've got it, but I don't trust it, or I don't understand it. And then we work through how do I work with my intuition, which leads to not only listening to it and having it as a guide in your life, but what happens, and I love this part, a woman just starts to trust herself. She stops outsourcing decisions. She can make decisions quicker for herself because she's not tossing and froing and looking at the checks and the balances. When she's trusting intuition, which means trusting self, because your intuition is the voice of you,
mm,
but your intuition, it's impossible for your intuition to lie to you. It's a voice of truth. So when intuition is leading you towards a dream, it's not going to give you the courage, but it's going to tell you, I'm telling you the truth.
mm,
This is where you are being called to next.
yeah,
Yeah, I agree with the trust, and I think trust is earned. You
mm,
can't go into the shop and buy it, but the way you earn it is by turning up
mm,
with wanting, desiring to develop trust in self,
mm,
rather than placing the value on someone else's opinion or someone else making the decision.
yeah. So for me, the extra piece with the intuition was getting really curious and playing with it a little bit, and
Mm.
having experiments. If you're going to build trust, do it like you would with a friend. A
Yeah,
new friend. Start off small, and
yeah,
then get a bit of feedback and go, oh, actually, that I didn't quite get that right. I just need to make this adjustment, and
yeah,
then have another experiment play. So be really curious and light and playful, and just learn and course correct as you go along. And the more you do that, the more you'll learn what your yes is, and the more, because it manifests in different ways for each of us. We talk about the voice of our intuition, but it's not always a voice, of course. So you get to learn how your inner you communicates, through, I guess, playing like we're playing like we're playing
yeah. I
now.
was going to say
Yeah.
it is. It's all like I receive a lot of information to be shared in my teaching. This is just one of the things I'm going to have the courage and say it out loud right now. Something that is a part of my life and my teaching and my writing now in 2026 is that I channel, and it comes through my writing. And last night I had an amazing circle with women where there was answers to their questions. And I'm saying right now, it's taking me courage to say this out loud because there was a lot of, can I trust this? Is this my chosen dream? Of course, I wanted it to be my chosen dream, but then, I mean, there's a whole story there. But what I hear a lot through this intuitive channel, which is not my voice, is play. Everyone's been taking everything way too seriously. Like, open up and explore. And I think the greatest C word in the world is curiosity, because curiosity opens. Like, it's really, really difficult to be curious and judgmental at the same time.
Mm,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, I agree. So it's playtime, it's exploration, and it's like, I think what's coming clearly, like, pick this up, put it in your back pocket, play with this. You're an alchemist.
Mm,
Like,
mm,
you get to work the ingredients, explore and play with them. Because the alchemists, the first time they turned lead into gold, I don't know if they got it right the first time. I think they were really experimenting and
mm,
exploring. And the dream that comes to you, it doesn't mean it's going to manifest in the next lunar cycle and by next new moon you've got it. Like, for me with the channeling, I've actually been working on surrendering all of my fears and doubts about that for a couple of years, my friends.
mm,
So give
mm.
your dreams some time. But also, I love this invitation. Sarah and I say, I'm going to speak for you now, Sarah. Sarah and I say, be the alchemist of your life and add some intuition, some courage, and then say yes to what is possible for you. Anything else you want to add to that, in that ingredients, that little recipe there, Sarah?
No, but I do want to actually acknowledge a comment that one of our hi Giles has popped in the chat. You asked, are we using metaphor when we talked about alchemy? And Giles, I'd say be your own alchemist, just as Deb has just said. What would you like to alchemize in your life? And what happens for you? You ask, where does that energy comes from for you? Find out, have a play,
Yeah, yeah,
be your own
yeah.
experiment. Yeah.
Absolutely. And a lot of the way that we can learn and discover is through what other people have discovered. There's so many amazing people here on Substack writing and sharing in different ways, including Sarah and myself. So this is what's coming up. If you want to spend more time in the realm of dreams and intuition and new possibilities for you, if you're like, yeah, I want to be an alchemist. Oh, actually, I am an alchemist. How do I activate that?
Mm.
Then coming up tomorrow, the 5th of June, the Be Her podcast releases Sarah's episode, which is so amazing in the transformation from where Sarah was to where she is now. And how do you
Mm.
walk into the field of dreams and start documenting women's dreams? Again, almost 400. Sarah you have to be an expert in dreams by now. Amazing. Sarah's work can also be found here on Substack, The Field of Dreams. So can the Be Her podcast. But also my dream, documented by Sarah, is coming out soon. And
Next Tuesday.
next Tuesday.
Yeah.
And then next Friday on the Be Her podcast, you can also hear me tell the dream. So did I catch everything? So we've got a Friday, a Tuesday, and a Friday. That's what's rolling out. But also, as you can tell, Sarah and I, we're fun collaborators, creative companions, and we want to connect with you. So you can connect with us right here on Substack. Please find us, connect to us, be interested in who we are, because we want to be interested in you. And if you are seeing this on YouTube, Substack is really fun. You might want to come and play on Substack for
Yeah,
a little
come
bit.
over.
Just come on over and play for a little bit. I mean, I play on YouTube too, but Substack, I am finding it to be a really creative, expansive playground. So for somebody who likes me, who likes to collaborate, likes to explore my creativity in different ways with amazing people, then I'm so happy that I found this home here in Substack. So before we say adios to our alchemists, I'm going to leave the last word to you, Sarah. How would you like to close this circle of alchemy for everyone? And thank you, everyone who is here with us. And take what you need from this. And we'll leave the last word to Sarah.
I'm actually going to offer a question
Mm.
for everyone. It's a very simple question, and one that not many people give themselves time to reflect on and answer. And it's, what do you really long for in your life? What do you really long for in your life?
Mm. I love the word long for because it has the
Mm,
depth to it, doesn't it? Like that goes
mm,
straight to the heart.
yeah,
And if you want to be courageous, I'm going to invite you to share that in the comments below this video. If you want to say it out loud, because one way you can alchemize a dream
yeah.
is by saying it out loud, claiming it, owning it. It doesn't mean it's going to happen right now, but it means it's yours. So please stay tuned for the podcast episodes, the dreams that are hitting Substack coming Friday, Tuesday, Friday, and stay connected to yourself, your intuition, your courage, and of course, your dreams. Thank you for sharing time with Sarah and myself, because alchemy has just been activated. Big love, everybody. Thanks, Sarah.